hey, let's talk about Superman Legacy, because James Gunn was like, okay, we have 36 hours to go till the actor strike, and I can't hire anybody, so I better hire the entire cast. Oh my God.
He just walked out in the street and was like, "You'll do."
Who's out here that wants a job right now? And you, and you. Hey, Nathan Fillion, why don't you come join my franchise again?
I figured Nathan Fillion was going to be in the film, but Guy Gardner, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. I've never been a big Guy Gardner fan. I like Kyle, but I don't think I'm gonna get that in my lifetime. So
I'll say Kyle, ironically, is the only Latin they haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Because we know it's Hal Jordan and Stewart in the show,
Yep.
and then you got Guy Gardner as Philly in the movie.
So yeah, there's no, as far as we know, there's no Kyle or Alan Scott, which okay, the second one makes sense. I mean, they could probably do something with Kyle. Here, prediction. I'm gonna make a wild prediction right now. When
is
they're
it about
doing
his wife?
when they're doing the Lantern show, they're gonna uncover the Blackest Night secret, and
Oh no!
We're
don't flashpoint it.
we're getting Kyle
jump
as
straight to
the we're gonna get Kyle as that version.
No.
I guess we'll see how they go about it, because judging from like the casting and what's going to be in this film, because I remember a while back James Gunn said like the DC animated universe was like an inspiration for how he wants to do the DCU. So like him, like heroes appearing or whatever, I'm perfectly fine as long as the story is good. Because I always tell people, I'm like, like if 2 episodes of like the animated Justice League was good enough for me, it shouldn't be that hard.
So the only thing I have here, and this might be an unpopular opinion, I don't know, but I'm going to put it out here anyway, and this is kind of further, I guess, exacerbated by James Gunn. This is, Superman Legacy is not connected to the DCEU, right? Like, it's not. But Waller and Peacemaker and the return of Margot and such are all going to be just that. So, like, we're getting Peacemaker Season 2, Peacemaker, sequel to The Suicide Squad, which features Nathan Fillion, different character.
Here's how that works with Peacemaker. Do you remember in Rebirth when there was just one character that knew that something was changed?
Yes.
That's the Psycho Pirate, whatever his name is.
Yeah, but make it Peacemaker. We do that.
Honestly,
I saw that theory online. He was like, "Wait, why did everything change?"
If they were to storyline it, that's pretty much the only thing I could take. Because like right now, the messaging is still confusing. Like James Gunn just did an interview, right? And he's like, "So Blue Beetle is the first DCU film, but it's not the first one that kicks it off. It's actually Superman." You're like, what the hell are you talking about?
They changed that because they said that it's not the movie, it's the actor.
Yeah, so now
that's all it is. They're going to change the origin and go again from there. So, which like keeping some actors, I'm fine with.
Yeah,
It's a we've got multiverse stuff. You just write it off like that.
Yeah,
it's totally fine. I've got no problem with keeping like someone like Margot Robbie. Like you wasted them before. Let's try and do something with her now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
let's actually give people the hard look when people want with her. And just go from there. So I'm alright with it as long as as long as it's visually different and tonally and story wise. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, I think
though with how the DC moves been going recently, no one might care anyway. So it's a tough sell at the minute.
I mean, it ain't wrong though. It ain't wrong, and that's kind of like where I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this whole thing. Like, there's still a lot of conflicting messages. I do hope that they can really just work this out and figure out how they're gonna like properly message this, because I'm still seeing a lot of conflicting from the fans. The basic fans, like the casuals I talk to, even they're like, Like, I was at the gym just the other week, and there's a guy I frequently talk to. He always wears comic book tank tops, so do I, so we kind of just, like, became acquaintances. And he, he watches DC stuff as well. And he was like, okay, so just quickly explain this to me. And I tried, and he was like, oh. like you just kind of saw his like spirit die when I was trying to explain it. It's like it's already a bit too convoluted. Like Superman Legacy, I love the cast. The cast looks great to me.
Yeah.
But and I trust James Gunn is going to be able to handle all these characters because he's great with a lot of characters in a film. But just something about this being your first one and already doing it like this just feels a little weird to me. I don't know.
I find it... This might be a slightly controversial take. I find it very interesting. He's literally copying the story of Black Adam from Superman Legacy.
Yeah.
That's after that movie. That's a brave move to make.
Yeah, it is.
See, The Rock was right again. That's it.
The hierarchy did change.
Now that you mentioned it, Superman Legacy seems
It's
to
like
be
it
very
literally is just Black Adam. Yeah.
Superman
It's
Legacy.
going to be a more hopeful movie.
I can't wait for Superman Legacy to end with Clark leaving a destroyed Metropolis, and suddenly we hear a boom, and Henry Cavill shows up. He's like, "We gotta talk." What? Oh, it's my
The
God.
boom's just Michael Keaton's Batman, like hobbling in his cane.
Carrying unsold copies of The Flash.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. I
Want to get nuts?
apparently nobody wanted to get nuts in the theaters with that movie because, jeez.
You know
Yeah.
how crazy. Like, I don't want to dig into the Flash even more, but you know what's crazy? Like the fact that the Flash and Elemental came out the same day, and Elemental went on tops.
And it's still in like the top 6. Well, Flash is 12th, 13th. Yeah, it's wild. It's really crazy.
I completely forgot about that Elemental movie.
It was pretty good.
Elemental is confirmed. It finally passed like the first Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's making bank because there was that we guess you got to watch something in the theater.
So, I do want to ask this. So, we got then Superman coming out. This got younger cast, everything. The budget's going to have to be smaller, right? Obviously, the film's out in less than 2 years now. What do you think they're going to do with the whole idea of, okay, we got this universe. It's ongoing. We're dropping Superman into it. Here's Hawkgirl. Here's Green Lantern. What do you think the bigger story is going to be? Because if it's involving these characters, I have a feeling that they're already going to start setting up whatever the giant crossover is, right? Like,
Oh, 100%, yeah. This is going to be a case of, hey, we have all these heroes. They know each other. There's not like an actual team together.
Mm-hmm.
And then this movie's going to set up Clark to kickstart that.
Yeah.
You can see
Starro.
like whoever Rooker plays being like, we're super friends. That's what we are right now. But as who the villain could be, I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
Imagine Darkseid.
Oh,
Snyder fans will lose it.
Oh. That would be kind of wild. I don't know. I'm optimistic. Superman Legacy. I want to see some stuff from James Gunn before I fully have a judgment, but I think he's gonna do it right. Like, I trust him.
Oh yeah,
so.
I've got a faith in him. Like, people are going, like, "Oh, the cast is stuffed. Like, this is so crowded." It's like,
Dorothy
cool.
Explorer's
you've
Hawkgirl.
watched like him do ensemble comic book movies for the last 10 years.
Exactly.
Like he will be fine.
Yeah.
Like, they're obviously all not going to be in the movie for the entire length.
Right.
It is a Superman and Lois story. Or a Clark and Lois story. It's gonna be fine.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk about it soon. The more we know stuff, which by the end of the year they should start shooting. So